In creating this discussion post, the question is, do I own the following words? Am I processing the thoughts without interference, references, or feedback to alter my authentic voice? Dr. Harapnuik poses the question, who owns the ePortfolio? Harapnuik, 2018. As he states, on the onset, the learner, the student, is the owner of the ePortfolio. Harapnuik, 2018. Are they not the owners? They did create the ePortfolio. The learner, student conceptualized the design, composed the content, arranged any multimedia, and generated the flow of the website. The learner, student, however, most likely does not create the content without the reinforcements of peer-reviewed research, academic journals, research-based websites. In addition, does the learner, student create all original content? Does their skill set allow them to create animations, GIFs, graphic designs, audio, visual presentations? If not, does the learner, student obtain graphics from the internet? All these questions lend themselves to the idea that the student, learner does not own all the content. Harapnuik states, if you look at current ePortfolio practice and the research into learner engagement, agency, choice and voice, you will find that even though the students are doing the work, more often than not they do not own their ideas and are not making meaningful connections, they are simply completing assignments and giving the instructor what they want. Harapnuik, 2018. Dr. Harapnuik's message has even stemmed from previous conversations within this coursework as to whether the content we deliver is authentic or just dumping grounds for just a grade. I would think that if we move past the idea of just completing the assignment to obtain a grade, then the learner, student will focus on the learning, the creation, the process. Then they can hear their authentic voice. Writing should be free-flowing like riding waves. The waves of knowledge should flow. I think the key to this voyage is to see every sentence before and ask yourself, how can I enhance the previous sentence? How can I make connections in my authentic voice? If one runs out of ideas, then refer back to the resources. After reading various passages from the Kova ebook, Dr. Harapnuik sits about learning website, Reflection for Learning, the article titled 41 Benefits of an ePortfolio, and then the learner, student can utilize these references to spark their thoughts. These references provide the academia that is not our own authentic voice, but they help to shape that authentic voice. We must enable students to create personal cyber infrastructures where students become effective architects, narrators, curators, and inhabitants of their own digital lives. Walters, 2000. Regarding Harapnuik's section on ownership of ideas and learning, he addresses how we need to take ownership over ideas happen. Harapnuik, 2018. Understanding the ownership of ideas allows one to understand that it leads to deeper thinking. Harapnuik, 2018. To be transparent, I am having difficulty determining which direction my portfolio will go. Harapnuik states the following, which puts me at a roadblock. Portfolio proponents all point to the power of reflection, but unless the student is reflecting on ideas that they own rather than reflecting on artifacts and data, the power of this reflection is lost. Making meaningful connections is what leads to learning. Harapnuik, 2018. I am reflecting mainly on artifacts and data, research presented to us and my synthesis of it. I do reflect on my own analogies. I use these modalities of creative writing to serve as my own authentic voice. For example, one student posted in their discussion post of the same topic, who owns the ePortfolio. He posted how the content of our portfolio is either our own words or someone else's. I suggested in my comment that his above comment reminds me of someone's dissertation. Do they own it themselves? When someone gets their Doctor of Education, they usually enhance existing research, whereas a PhD allows one to theorize new research. Is there a difference as to who owns what? Do they both not have an authentic learning experience in their dissertation process? In relation to Harap Unix modeling walk the talk, I, myself, have asked my students to create ePortfolios to reflect their own authentic learning. They created their ePortfolios to showcase their computer programs from our computer science class. I gave them an authentic voice and choice. They chose the platform, created the code, and created their own image. Everything was their one authentic learning. They even blogged about it. Regarding my own personal do I own the ePortfolio, I am on the fence as to whether I can take complete ownership of the content of this site. Most of my content sharing includes personal reflections, analysis, and personal insights of my own theories. It also is a collective effort from existing knowledge. I have not carved my way into academia and research to say that I have that authentic or creditable voice to be a reference point for others. I have created this ePortfolio for my classes, yes, but the experience has been liberating. It has been this untapped joy that I have been craving that has enabled me to curate my creativity, critical thinking, communication, and whatever the rest of those C's are. My authentic voice is still growing, and so will this post. More to come. I do believe I own the process of creativity, the look, the content, the words splashed on the page, and the multimedia created. I believe if it is my own original thought, I own it, but everyone owns it who receives my messages, my thoughts, my processes. It is a shared learning experience. The process of learning and application of learning is not something that anyone owns. We may own the original words and may need to receive the proper citation for accreditation purposes, but the effort resulted from research becomes public domain. If my portfolio is an ever-ending process of my learning, educating, and collaborating experience, then it will always be owned by everyone. I hope my portfolio proves that it is not a dumping grounds for just spouting out information to achieve a grade. I want, as a student stated to me below, to embrace the learning process rather than the outcome, to embrace the